Alright, this video is to answer the question, how do I know if my items are going to sell on Etsy? I get that question all the time from people. How do I know if my stuff's going to sell or not? You know, you're scared, you're starting out, you don't know whether your stuff is going to sell. You know, when you get those that are like, have the best product in the world, and they're sitting around going, well, I can't sell that. That's never going to sell. You know, I can't do that. I don't care if there's 100 other people, you know, that are selling it all day long. It's never going to work for me. And, you know, all down and out. And when they have that attitude, they're not going to sell. You know, you can't start with that attitude that my stuff's not going to sell. It's not any good. If that's your attitude, you've killed yourself before you ever started. So, yeah, you're giving up. The answer is you don't know whether it's going to sell or not, but you can get a fairly decent idea of whether it will sell or not. And the way to do that is this. Go right here onto the Etsy main page and search. Search like you're a customer. Look for items that are similar to yours. If you make beaded jewelry like this, then go look for some beaded jewelry. If you make wire wrap jewelry or pottery or whatever it is, get on here and look for it. Do you see similar items to what you sell? You know, you have cards, digital download things, art, sewing items. There's so many things in here that you can look for. You know, just get online and start clicking. That's how you find out. You're going to find that pretty much everything you can think of, somebody is out there already selling it. It's a matter of getting your brand recognized. I had someone earlier tonight, even that's in my Facebook group, that said, I'm having a hard time finding keywords. I'm trying to find, you know, unique stuff, and the last thing that, you know, Sabrina said on her video was to find like items. I can't find anything like mine on there. Well, I looked right at what she sold, and guess what? I know there's 1,000 sellers selling her type of items. It's beaded jewelry. So, yes, yours may be unique to you, and it's may not be exactly like everybody else's, but chances are somebody else is out there selling something similar to it. Whether it's beaded jewelry, metal stamped jewelry, kids' headbands and hair bows, dog collars and dog bandanas, leashes, horsehair jewelry like a friend of mine sells, paintings, digital downloads, cards, wedding invitations, signs and things for weddings, rustic farmhouse stuff, even furniture, tables, vintage items, leather purses, hats. I got a seller that sells hats, and there's at least 2 or 3 that I know of that are selling those. There's probably something very similar to what you sell, even if you think yours is the most unique thing in the world and nobody else sells it. I can guarantee you I can probably find something very similar to it on Etsy. If it's jewelry made with beads, look under beaded jewelry. You're going to find other sellers that sell beaded jewelry. I have found one person so far that has something that is so unique, I have never seen it before. I can honestly say that this shop has something that I've not found anywhere. I'm just, you know, she surprised me. And she is in my class now because she has something that is that unique that I have never seen before. And probably nobody else has seen it either. But it is a very unique, one-of-a-kind item that, I was going to see if I could find it for you. Here it is. This one seller has something that I can say is truly unique enough that I have a hard time finding a comparison shop for her because nobody else does it. It is actually little mini decorative boxes that are made out of citrus fruit peelings. When you peel the orange or whatever it is, and it's made from that. And she hand carves on, dries them, specially dries them, preserves them, and hand carves designs into them. And nobody else is selling anything I like it. It's very unusual, and I'm sure the process to make it is. But the closest thing I can find to it is to look at what is it's used for. Yeah, you can use it for a trinket box, a potpourri box, a jewelry box. There's a lot of things you can use for. So we're having to think outside of the box for her. Most people do not have that problem. If you're selling embroidery items, or handmade, hand embroidered kids clothes, you can find it out here. You can find the designs where you can download the designs to do the embroidery. Somebody has a machine on here. Okay, it's a design. I was going to say you can't sell the machine, but they have the embroidery designs. You can find vintage embroidery patterns, embroidery art, fonts. You can find the clothing. You can find things for weddings, custom jewelry, custom made clothing for the weddings, your bridal headpieces. There's even one that does lingerie, slips, vintage items, arts and collectible things, handmade wooden toys, wooden signs, you name it, it's probably on there, and you can find something similar. And when you do find something similar to it, what you're going to do next is start looking at the prices that other sellers are selling. Here you've got all kinds of things here: hangers, toppers. Say if we're going to look, and you decide you're going to sell the hangers, for instance. You look on here, and you look for the personalized wire hangers. And when you do that search, and see whatever your item is, look, hey, somebody thought this was the most unique item and they were the only person selling it, but there's 2,335 listings. So yeah, there's other people selling it. And if they can sell it, you can sell it too. Your item will sell. You come in here and you look and you find a similar type item, and you start researching it, and you figure out what your price should be. Now obviously I'm looking at this here and I see $5, $6, $16, $11. Obviously there's no way somebody can make this hanger and fix it and sell it for $5. And it's not. You're looking at the finish of it, and then you're looking at the bow and stuff on here. So I'm finding a hard time believing that they can actually sell this for $5. Most of the time when you find that, they also have a higher shipping fee. But you look at this and you find things, and you find sellers that have sold a lot of them, and you see what they're, she sold 9,000 of these things. So she's obviously selling them pretty well because she's selling them at a lower price. But you look for these type of things that are similar items to what you sell, and then you figure out, hey, am I going to be able to sell this item? And if you see other people selling it, the chances are yes, you can. So, just because you're unsure of it, or you think that nobody else is selling it, so it won't sell, most of the time you would be wrong, and there is somebody else selling it. So that's how you look, and you can figure out, will my item sell? But then you don't get discouraged because there is 2,000 other people out, other listings up there. I sell in a high market, high competition thing, 250 page searches, 40 items per page, thousands of listings. But yeah, I can get found on page 1 and I can sell. It's a matter of learning how to do it. So the question is not, can your item sell or will it sell? For the most part, is, are you going to put forth the effort to make it sell? You can, some people can sell ice to an Eskimo. So most things you can sell. Um, it's a matter of the effort you put in it. But, again, there are very few things that you can't go in and look and find somebody else selling. In the age of Pinterest, everybody's trying everything. And there's very few things that are just completely so unique, like the one item I showed you, that you really can't find somebody to compare to and get an idea of prices and stuff. But sorry, I got a fan on and it's blowing my hair, bothering me. But the question about whether your item will sell or not is, chances are yes. Now, how well it will sell is completely up to you and the amount of effort you put into it. Are you going to put forth the effort to learn good SEO, to learn how to take good photography, how to set your shop up correctly and make all your items work together? That is the next question. So when you're thinking about it, you've got to get yourself motivated and be ready to do the work. And yes, you too can sell. And yes, you can make good full-time or part-time money on there, depending on the amount of effort you want to put in there. So your next step is to follow the next videos that we're going to have and learn how to get it there. You can join some of the groups on Facebook that show you how to do these things. We have a lot of, I have a group. There's several other people that have groups. These groups have information in there that will help you learn how to do this. So once you make the decision that you are going to sell, do not fear whether your product will sell or not. You look for other sellers that have similar items, and then make sure that you think your item looks pretty close as good as theirs, and then you get set to learn how to get your photography and how to set your listing up so that you can get it seen. And if you need help, you join one of the groups on Facebook that are going to help you learn how to do that. And you check out the YouTube videos everybody has, and you will learn very quickly. A light bulb will go off one day and says, oh, I can do this. So just get your attitude going and start to work.